Good morning, sunshines. We've had some requests for um, a basic like intro to Pilates kind of class to maybe go over some of the principles so you can get more from what you're doing. So that's what we're gonna do. It will probably be about 28 minutes. So something to think about when you're doing the exercises is that 10 reps is about your max. So if you have correct form, you shouldn't be able to go all day. You shouldn't be able to do sit-ups for a minute. If you're going slow and precise and clean movements, about 10 is your max. So having said that, the only other thing that I really want to say before we jump into it, and I'll cue us as we go, is that you want to respect the frame of your body, which is shoulder to shoulder and hip to hip and then hip to shoulder. So you're looking for this length here, you're looking for this length here. I always think about putting a cutting board against my chest and then one behind my back, being between two panes of glass, keeping this engaged. Your powerhouse, the band of muscles that wrap around your waist here, we're going to engage all of those. And that's what whittles that waist down and gives you that back support so we don't fall into back injuries. So breathing, inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose. Slow and steady. Inhale and exhale. Think of your rib cage expanding, and then exhale to close, like you're closing a fist around that belly button. So you're inhaling out. So belly breathing is moving the belly out and in. It's kind of a lazy breathing. Start engaging in this in your everyday life. And then exhale until all of that air out. Feel that little crunch. That's engaging the muscle. That's your powerhouse. That's what we're going for. Okay, so let's lay on back. Okay. So you're going to stretch all the way out on your mat. Whew. And then right from here. So the pubic triangle is something to think about as well. So if you were to take your hands and put them on your hip bones like this and form a triangle with your pubic bone, you want this triangle to be flat. So if your back is down like that, this triangle has a tip to it. So what we're looking for is to take this triangle and you just literally rotate your pubic bone away. That gives this little neutral spine. Okay, holding this neutral spine engages everything, all the way around, all the way down. If you're rocking back and forth into this lower back, you're disengaging your core every time. So when you're pulling your knees into your chest, if you're rolling into your lower back, you've lost your engagement. When you're pulling your knees into your chest, you're stopping. So this is your engagement. No dipping in this back. Right? Here's my glass of water. Right between those hip bones and that pubic triangle. You're thinking about length. Exhale. Length. Exhale. So ideally, the length is coming from your belly button down to your pubic bone. Think of reaching away. This hasn't moved. That's tough. Exhale back in, right? And that's a tough thing to do. Rather than just bringing your knees and kind of rolling around, if you slow that down, take your hands, slide your knees out, point your toes, drop your heels like they're on a coffee table, and then think of reaching those toes straight across that coffee table. That's tough, 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 tough. Exhale, pull it back in, stop. Whew. So we did 3, and I'm already in there. Okay, so that's what I love about Pilates is once you start doing it, you're just in it. You're just in it, and you can feel it automatically. You can feel your spine starts to increase in length as you're doing it, so you'll get those longer limbs that you want. And you know, they never talk about spine strength, but strengthening the spine and elongating the spine, that fires up all these muscles, and that will help protect that back so we don't end up hunched over. Okay, so you're thinking open and wide, shoulder to shoulder, shoulder blades engaged. Okay, so let's come on back down. Whew. So the first principle, one of the first exercises that we do is the roll up. And think of this as a lengthener. Go all the way back. Okay, anytime. This would be your modification. Knees are going to be bent. Press down into that tailbone. Remember, you're thinking about stabilizing through here. Inhale for length. As soon as those thumbs hit that chin, exhale, curl. This is your big exhale. Exhale and reach. So when I first started, I would get right about here and I would guide myself down. Look for this big Pilates scoop. Every vertebrae hits. Inhale, keep these inner thighs bolted. Exhale. Okay, and we're going to do 10 of these. You can straighten out those legs, firing up towards your midline. Zip it up all the way. Keep your toes together and reaching. Exhale. If you want to add, you exhale, reach, drag. Inhale, exhale. And then again, right here would be my intro. Maybe I'm just getting this motion down, right? Okay, 2 and 1, and come all the way back. Okay, let's bring those legs straight up in the air. And then this is where we're thinking about if we're in our lower back. We're going to take those hands, put them on those knees, rotate away. So essentially we're rotating that pubic bone away from the belly button. Now this powerhouse is hovered. It's engaged. Pull in. Inhale to breathe out, open. Exhale, crunch it around. Inhale, exhale. Okay, drop those arms. Crawl your shoulder blades together. Get long across the clavicle. And we're just gonna lift and lower. Tiny. Inhale for length. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. The only thing I want you to think about here is reaching out of the toes and not collapsing in this back. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. One knee comes in, reach that other toe wherever you can, maybe up here, maybe down here, and switch, and switch. So here's the frame of, I'm framing my knees with my fingers. I'm sliding. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Drop your shoulders back, open your chest. 2, 1. Knees into the chest. Okay, so right when you do that, that's when you should feel release, like, oh, this feels great, right? So we want to find the challenging spot. Reach it back. One toe reaches up, the other toe extends out slightly. Then take this whole leg fixture. We've got to get out of this lower back, lengthen from our belly button, and that's our starting point. 9, 8, think of slice, like toy soldier legs. 5, 4, reach your toes, reach. This length is what trims that waist and supports that back. Make those back muscles strong. For 4, 3, 2, and you can go bigger and faster. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both knees into the chest. Double leg stretch. This is one of my favorites. I love this move. Pull your knees in, then find that starting point. Place those knees on top of that tabletop. Okay, so exhale through your belly button. So you don't want your head hanging back like this, right? That's going to make you pop your chest. You want to think of me punching down. Pop your head up. Engage. Pulling your chest down and towards those thighs. Keep this close. Inhale, and exhale. You can also put your head all the way down. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Find your tailbone, reach guys, reach. Length. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring it all in. Awesome job. Awesome job, everybody. Okay, last final thing we're gonna do. This is gonna fire up the sides of the body. So in Pilates, you hit all planes of the body. You hit the front, you hit the side, you hit the back. This is one of the ways to get to the sides of the body. We're trying not to roll from butt cheek to butt cheek. Reach your toe out. Find those shoulder blades for me. Find that tailbone. And then find that rotation down of that pubic bone. Circles. Your goal with circles, same speed as you resist the fall. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, resist, cross over, out. Here you go for 5, 4, 3, 2. This leg is strong on the mat. 1, flex the heel opposite. Exhale across the body. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Try not to rock in here. 1, and pull that knee into the chest. Right into the other side. This leg on the ground, make him strong. Like nail the back of your knee down. Point your toe or flex your foot, whatever gives you the best foundation until you get stronger and you're not wobbling. Okay? And you can also stay right here. You can have this bent knee. I'm not worried about the length of the leg. The thing that I'm thinking about is the length from the belly button to the pubic bone. So a bent knee is going to be tough if it's rotated away, right? Here you go. Let's draw our circles for 10, 9. So this would be just starting out. You're thinking these hip bones are not moving. 5, 4, 3. Try not to move through here. Other direction, flex your heel for 10, 9, 8. All of the work is happening right here for 5, 4. Arms are long and strong for 3, 2, 1, and pull that knee into the chest. Awesome. Okay, and then let's come on up. We want to just fall forward. So when we do the rocker, or we're going to do the corkscrew next, you're not thinking about how big the circle is going. You're thinking about how clean it is, right? So here would be, if these are my legs, it's this clean circle. Inhale down, exhale stop. So your tailbone is your pressure point, okay? So come on down. First thing we gotta do is we gotta get these knees out of our throat. We gotta press those away. You gotta find that tailbone. Okay, you wanna find that length from this hip bone to this hip bone, and that length from that belly button to that pubic bone. Shoulders drop back, clavicle is wide. Find that little place where you're hinging on that tailbone. Point those toes, arms down by your side. Walk your shoulder blades in. That will give you more support. Point your toes, try to keep your heels together. It's tough. Inhale down and around and up. Corkscrew. 8, 7. Do you feel how your arms want to brace? Do you hear my voice? This is tough, right? Try not to use these arms and shoulders. Try not to use your back. You're using your powerhouse. So if you put on one of those Brett Favre copper belts for your back, think of how solid that would be. It won't move, right? For 3, 2, and 1. Other direction. Point your toes, re-engage, open your knees or slight knee bend. Here you go for 10, and 9, 8, 7. Reach your legs, reach out. 6. These shoulders want to shrug so bad. They want to help. Don't let them. This should be long and this should be engaged for 3, and 2, and 1, and pull it in. Oh. Sometimes when you've been doing this a while, you just kind of robotic it through, you know? It always catches up with me. It's always hard for me. But slowing it down like this is really, really good. really, really challenging to learn these basics. So there's just one more thing that I want to show you on your back for right now. Down into your bridge. This is firing up the back body. Okay? So what we're engaging here is we're firing up this back body, pushing down into your heels, pull your toes back, reach. Flat feet are cool too. Holding this position is not easy. These hips want to drop. This chest wants to pop. Think of squeezing up and in. Magnetize your inner thighs together and drive your knees over your toes. Then flex your toes back towards your face. And then all kinds of variations. You can do little presses. You can go all the way down. For 4, 3, 2, reach, reach, reach. Walk your shoulder blades in together. Walk your fingers towards your heels, and that will give you more support. Close it in and think about dragging your heels to your shoulders. Back body is entirely fired up in that posterior chain. And then come on down. Awesome job. Knees into the chest. Okay, so this is called the spine stretch forward. And this is a terribly underrated exercise in Pilates because it's a heck of a waist trimmer, right? And it also plays into those principles that we're looking for, which is length. Okay, so spine stretch forward, what you want to do is think about sitting up against the back of a wall. Okay, take these knees and push them down. Flex those toes back. Open up those arms. So look for these shrugging kind of shoulders, for these collapsing shoulders. Wide and expressive. Okay, so now twisting from your waist, think of rotating. I've got a yardstick here and one behind me. Everything rotates right there, right? Exhale, this tiny twist. Reach up tall, push down through your tailbone, pluck out of the top of your head. Inhale back to forward. And exhale, twist, sit up tall. Tiny waist, guys, tiny, tiny. Exhale, forward. Inhale and exhale. Last one like this. Okay, now watch those legs. They'll want to roll out like that, right? You keep them engaged. Press down. Pull your toes back. And then back to center. Okay, now we're going to reach down and we're going to do the saw. You're going to send this finger past that pinky toe. Inhale, exhale, 2, 3. Sit up tall. Spin. Exhale. 1. Belly button back. Back. As you reach that finger forward. Exhale up. Inhale. Lean back a little bit. Exhale. Now take this belly button and drive him towards your spine. Exhale. 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 And last one. Inhale up. And exhale, twist. Here you go. 1, 2, 3. Now bring those legs together. Okay, and then this is the traditional spine stretch forward. I showed you a wide leg. This is your traditional. If you look at my fingers, they don't move. The arms don't move. What moves here is the core, right? So if you exhale, you're lengthening your spine by exhaling and tightening up this belly. Okay, so think of Frankenstein arms and drop your shoulders. Chin is popped up right on this fireplace mantle. Now take those shoulders that are reaching forward. You see how mine are pulling forward? And I want you to pull those shoulders. There we go. Ooh. Okay, and from here, big inhale. Flex your feet. Press down into the back of the knees. Exhale. So this is called a Pilates scoop, a C curve. Inhale. And it comes in terribly handy. Exhale. For example, when I first started teaching this, people thought this was silly until I had them do the roll up, right? Until I had them use that scoop. And they're like, oh, okay, now we get it. And it's also for the teaser. Exhale. Inhale. Wide chest. I love this. Exhale. Feel the length of your body, guys. pop it up. 2 more. And come on in. And last one. And fall forward. Okay, so now after having done the spine stretch forward, now let's do something a little bit more advanced. It would be taking the roll up a notch. So I want you to do 6 or 7 more of your roll up, either with your feet flat, your legs down, or if you're ready to up it, open your legs about hip width apart, meaning hip bone, not hip flesh. So women think that their hips are 10 feet apart, you know, their hips are 10 feet wide. You're in line with your hip bone, your skeletal hips. Okay, so let's do the roll up. If you want to advance to the neck pull, I'll move into that in about 2. Here you go. Inhale, roll up. Remember that C curve we just did. Exhale. Inhale all the way back. If you want to turn this into the neck pull, which is one of my favorites, you're going to put your hands behind your head. Close your elbows. Exhale, collapse down. Tap. Inhale up, flat back, flat back, flat back. Pilates scoop right there. Close. Exhale. Inhale, pop it up. Flat back, flat back. Lift out of the top of your head. Lift, lift, lift. Keep those hips down. Keep them down. Keep them down. And now exhale, curl. Close those elbows. Exhale. Inhale. You should just feel so strong and so long. 2 more. Inhale, reach, 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 guys. Reach. Don't cock your head back. Keep it in line. Open your elbows. Drop your shoulders down. And then scoop. And 2. And last one. Slide, slide, slide. That's a great place to stay. And then if you can add that scoop, add that scoop. And then come on back up. Okay, so we're going to go right into some side body stuff. The side leg series is probably, hands down, one of my favorite sections of the Pilates. So we're going to do 10 reps of each. Okay? What I want you to think about here is remember that frame of the body, which was hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder. So if I were to take this cutting board and lay him on his side, what would that look like? My shoulder would be stacked one on top of the other. So this is the frame of my body now. I've moved it. I can come down here. So to respect my cutting board, let's see if I can reach up a little bit. To respect my cutting board, I can't let the shoulder roll back. I'm stacking it. Shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip, and then shoulder to hip. Now take both of these toes, lengthen out of your toes, shoot out of your elbow, and reach out of the top of your head. This is all your engagement in your powerhouse, right? This whole band of muscles is working. Take both of those feet and lift them up. Hover that toe up. Now without shifting in those hips, meaning respect that cutting board. Don't let your shoulders cave in. Exhale forward, inhale, length. Exhale forward, inhale. Exhale, inhale. 8 and 7. Watch for this kick up. You want to think low and long. For 5 and 4. Maybe a hand right in here for support. For 3 and 2 and 1. Forward, bend, rotate. Watch for that knee going up. Keep it down and then extend. Ooh. Use that powerhouse to stay stable. Sweep it forward, bend, rotate, extend. 5 and 4 and 3. Engage these obliques. No rocking and rolling. For 2 and 1. Opposite back. So when you kick back, it's really common to go up like this and kind of lean forward. That's why this is hard. You're keeping these shoulders stacked and you're keeping that body low. Do you feel how that engages everything here? So if you're trying to maintain this balance, that's ideally what you're looking for. This hip point, this shoulder point, stack, 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 stack. Okay? Bend in, rotate forward, extend. 8 and 7 and 6. Did I go the wrong way? And 5 and 4 and 3. Think of scooping up dirt for 2 and 1, and shoot that toe out. Now, if my ankles were right on top of the other, take this top knee and rotate it down slightly. That toe is dipped slightly. And then this top hip, roll it forward. Circles, 10, 9, 8. No movement, no movement. Remember, frame of the body, hip to hip. Stay long, long through here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex that foot for 10. Dip your toe down to really find that butt. There you go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and you're going tap in front, tap in back, tap. Use your powerhouse. Try not to move. Drop that earring. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Bigger circles, more challenging. Inhale up and around for 8, and 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come on down. Okay, right into the other side. Okay, so we're taking our cutting board and we're just moving it onto the side body, just like that, right? Okay, slide all the way out. Somebody's plucking the top of your head and somebody's pulling your toes out. Create length in your spine, length through those inner thighs. Okay? Stack everything, shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip, shoulder to hip. Okay, here you go. Bring your legs forward towards the front corner a little bit so you're in the straight with a little pike. Exhale forward, inhale back. Watch for this rolling hip and watch for that lifting heel. For 5, for 4, and 3. Get long and light through the neck for 2, and 1, and bicycles. Back, heel, rotate forward. Back, heel, rotate forward. Smooth and fluid, like a beautiful dance. Don't stop. No stopping and starting. Flow your way through it. Contract through here. Think of pulling in that tight fist to keep that locked and loaded. Other direction, here you go. Toe goes back, sweep, scoop. So if I had dirt, kick it forward, scoop. Scoop it. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here you go. So when you first stack your hips, it's really easy and you're kind of like, what? No problem. Take your hand back here, push your hip forward. You should feel like you're slightly rolling forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite direction, flex that heel. Drive through your heel. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're going tap, tap. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Big circles. Okay, so when you go bigger, it's gonna be you have a longer lever, so it's super easy to kind of get this whole like wave going through your body. So just slow it down. Brace yourself. Brace yourself. What's up, Mrs. Doubtfire? Brace yourself. Anyway, okay, here we go. From 10. Brace yourself, Ellie. What was her name? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Toe goes down, heel flex for 10. Heel flex meaning you push out, open the back of your knee for 8, and 7, 6. This is tough. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and drop it on down. Okay, so that covered, you can always throw in, side bodies are hard to get, and that's an area that's tough for people. So if you wanted more right now, I'm not going to go through it right now, I want to watch my time. You would go into a side plank. So you could go into a side plank even for 15 seconds on your elbow and your ankles, bent knee, whatever you need to do. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit the mat with our bellies. Okay, so now we're gonna look at firing up the back body. Okay, so from here you might be wondering, like, how do we maintain the cutting board? How do we maintain the form? So your belly isn't like pressing down and you're arching your back, right? Even from here, you're creating length. So you're thinking about reaching out of the top of your head and reaching your toes away. So you're pulling the toes as far away from the top of your head as possible. Squeeze your inner thighs together and just hover those toes for a second. Okay, heel beats. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, one more set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They call it swimming. This is modified. 10, 9, slow, slow, slow. Full swimming would be adding those arms. Opposite finger, opposite toe. 10, 9. Reach, guys. Reach. 8, 7. Squeeze the glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fast. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And drop it down. So when you go into swimming, it's pretty easy to get pretty wild and just kind of start flinging your arms up and flinging your legs around. What you want to do is think strong, long, clean, concise lines. So let's go back down. Okay? So sometimes it's good to see what not to do. This, no engagement there. All I'm probably going to do is twerk my back. What I want to do is I want to fire up my back to strengthen it. I'm going to use my back body, and I'm also using my core, pulling myself away from the mat. So even in this position, take that belly button, pull it to your spine, pull it up, now reach it out. Okay? So exactly when you're on your back, how you're not folding in, think of not folding up, think of lengthening out. Okay, now bring those hands, stack them one on top of the other, and you can keep your hips, your feet up. You can drop them down. Think of somebody pulling out of your hips